Hey farmers, it is me again, and today we're going to talk about things that are unnecessary. And I don't mean to offend anyone, but things that are unnecessary in this game, and you might like them, but I just feel like it's not like I don't like them, I just feel like they're unnecessary. And the first thing I have to start off with my dear horse, Rubona. I think it's a really cool idea, but it's super slow, and even if you gallop right, you have this really slow stamina bar, and well, you do move fast, but you can make use of certain things. For example, the bouncy barrels. Like, of course, a horse is not going to be able to jump on a barrel and do like a somersault in the air. These barrels really allow you to move fast, and you can glide as well, which gliding is not super fast, but it still allows you to get to certain places. So I think the horse is a great idea, but it's unnecessary and it takes up space in your barn, which is super nice, very cooperative, right? But at the end of the day, I think it's faster for you to run and use those bouncing barrels and use your glider than to actually use the horse to gallop around, especially because you have unlimited stamina. Do crazy jumps once you get to your double jump as well. There's pretty much everywhere in the game has some sort of shortcut that allows you to go places, right? So yeah, the horse would definitely be the very first thing that I think is unnecessary. They could have made it with like unlimited stamina as a possible fix. But even then, I would say like it's still very large and very difficult to move around. Number two, I would say, is taking a shower. And while I talked about this in a previous video, honestly, like taking a shower is not actually worth it just because you can make a lot of wood at this stage. So after 20 something odd hours in the game, you're not hurting for money. So you can use all the extra ingredients that you have, the extra flour, the extra rice. I have 17 sandwiches, right? So as I'm out in the town doing stuff, I don't need to come back and take a shower to restore my stamina. That being said, taking a shower definitely works early on in the game, but like after 20 hours or so, like there's no need for you to take a shower. Maybe if taking a shower had an extra benefit besides stamina, or it didn't force you to lose 30 minutes of in-game time, I think taking a shower would be a choice for someone to do. The third thing I want to talk about is the windmills. Like, I think I love crafting in these games as much as I love farming, but like only being able to craft a maximum of 10 items sucks like in a really big way. So I don't have enough flowers or anything, but what about these? Let's take something out of my storage and I can show you a good example, right? Let's take out all my walnuts. Should have a fair number of them. And here we go. So I have 49 walnuts, right? It takes one walnut to make one package or one jar of walnuts. I should be able to make 49, but in this game I can only make 10. And I think this limit is unnecessary. I've thought about it and I understand this is part of the philosophy of the game that forces you or encourages you to say, hey, craft these 10 walnuts and do something else. It's not like craft through 49 walnuts and be done. And then you have an excess of inventory, and then it can ruin the economy of the game. Cool, but I think they could have found a better way, because sometimes like only being able to craft 10 forces you to balance a lot of stuff at the same time, and that can stress you out, or stress me out in a way, in the sense that I feel I have so many things to manage. It's almost like real life, for example, and I play games to forget about real life. I think this little bit is a bit unnecessary. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, this is more particular to me, or actually any particular person. So while we're here, let's talk about the shortcuts, right? So this is the kind of shortcut you'd never be able to do with your horse, because the horse cannot glide or jump, right? You come across this way, you're going to go all the way to the other edge of the map, heading towards the Grand Bazaar. Jump this way and you're down. And the last unnecessary thing I want to talk about is this little jumping puzzle over here, right? So if you want to go to where the sprites are, and if you haven't reached this location, this is a bit of a spoiler, but the sprites are up there, and you need to jump on the barrel and then glide over, right? Which can be a bit of a problem if it's not winter. Right? Or even if it is winter, you can see I'm moving super slow, and I'm going to fall here, right? So this requires a lot of timing, and you lose a little bit of stamina each time you fall in the water. And then again, I'm too slow over here, and I'm not gonna make it again. So, like, to someone who is not really good at jumping or has poor reflexes, like, this is a pretty tough thing to do. And like you could do it a bunch of times, right? You have to time it in the wrong wind conditions. It's like almost impossible to get up there. So you have to do like jump this, and this is pretty hard on the keyboard as well. So yeah, no, jumping puzzles are not great. And especially up there, you have the Orichalca, like the highest level of ore in the game, or the second highest level of ore in the game. And like that, then I didn't make a lie. And the last thing I want to talk about that is I think is unnecessary. I don't think it's a shame, honestly, because in this game, fishing doesn't really do much. Like I caught a whole bunch of fish over the last 40 hours or so in this game, and they don't sell for a lot of money. There's like 3 recipes so far where I have fish in this game, and that's it. Like it's not like other games. Like when I think I first fell in love with farming games and fishing, or game fishing, right? In Stardew Valley. And in Stardew Valley, like fishing alone, you get a fair bit of money. And in this game, fishing is deprioritized or not. It's not an option for you to earn money, right? Like the only way to earn money is in the Grand Bazaar, selling cooked goods from what I've seen online and in my own experience as well. The stuff that you cook is the stuff that sells for the most money, pretty much. Yeah, these are like my 5 sort of unnecessary things that I wish the developers would fix in this game. As for fishing, I think fishing could be more useful if there was a way for us to earn more money from fishing, or more recipes or something like that. But as it stands at the moment, right, I don't bother to fish anymore, even though it's one of my favorite activities in a lot of like farms and live games that I've played over the past time. So this is it for me today. Let me know what you think. What do you think are some unnecessary things in this game? And then stay tuned for next week for another Grand Bazaar video.